money mindset. You know, guys, I love this stuff. I love learning about it, and I love getting better and better. This is not to say I'm some kind of specialist or expert, because I'm not. I have good weeks, I have bad weeks, but it's very important to like do this type of work and learn about it, because with that comes awareness. Whether you are new to mindset work, or you just need a little reminder, because if you've been doing this for a while, you know this stuff. We sometimes just forget and go back to the old way of thinking, and it's so easy to just drop back to shitty thinking, basically. So the ability to manifest true and lasting wealth is about so much more than just hard work. And I need to remind this to myself all the time, because I'm crazy about like working hard, and hustling and all that, but it's not always about that. So let's tap into the more spiritual side of making money and create an abundance through our vibrational being rather than our doing. It's deeper than just working more hours or grinding harder. Yes, all of these things are important. Like, you can't just sit there and thinking the money magically appear without putting any work in. It's important to a certain extent, but the key to attracting and generating lasting wealth that continues to grow and expand in order to help you live your most abundant life, rich life, without doing extra hard labor, is rewiring your entire experience of money. So if you want to attract more wealth into your life, as we said, you need to rewire your entire experience of money. The way you think about money, your subconscious and conscious belief system, the way you feel about the money, because that, I think, it's the most important. When we think about the money, how do you feel? Your vibration and emotions, and the way we act with money, your actual habits. Sorry, guys, this thing popping up from my screen. I can't see. Okay, our subconscious mind controls 95% of our daily habits. I have done a call on limiting beliefs and subconscious beliefs quite a while back. I actually searched for it when I was doing this, and it's been like 2 years, and I was watching myself, and it's so cringy. It's so, like, in a good way, because like obviously it's good to see how much you progress when you watch like 2 years old call. So there is another call to work properly on your limiting beliefs, how to find, like, how to realize them, how to work on them, and so on and so on. If you just search in the group Adriana, it will pop up the calls I've done. So yeah, subconscious mind controls 95% of our daily habits, and yet most of us have no clue what kind of deep-seated beliefs are even in there. We are running our lives on autopilot every single day, from the moment we open our eyes until we shut them. Negative and limiting beliefs can influence every area of our lives. We started to take an external. Oh, I wanted to say that I've heard somewhere that even if you wake up in the morning and you switch your hand with which you brush your teeth, will interrupt the autopilot, and your brain is going to be actually thinking of what you actually doing, because we usually just brush your teeth and you're thinking about something else because it's on autopilot. Just switch your hand and watch your brain go, oh, what's this? And the new pathways are created every single day. It's like a training for your brain. All right, so we started to take on external messages from very young age. As a kids, we are like a sponge. From 0 to 7, we absorb everything that is around us, especially like about the money. And around of age of 7, our money beliefs are formed. So just imagine that, like when you were 7, that's it. Your beliefs around money were it was it. Next. Okay. Because I like the worksheets. I like writing down stuff. So sorry, guys. The little thing that popping up on the bottom when you share on your screen is just there, and it doesn't want to go away. Okay, so when you go back to this, if you want to do some actual work, like writing down stuff, just go back to the video and scan this QR code. I just figured it out. It's pretty cool. And it will take you to the worksheet on the Canva. And you can, the best way is probably in the morning, like do your work, like morning half an hour personal development stuff, and just take pen and paper and answer some of the questions and see what will come up. Let's make it a little bit interactive. And have you ever put in a chat one if you have ever done any work on limiting subconscious beliefs around money? If not, put 2 in the chat. You can do that in a Facebook, you can do that here in a Zoom. 1 is yes, I've done the work before, and 2 is no, I haven't. Where's the chat? Let me see the chat. Yes, yes, yes. Good, good. That's good. Yes, yes, yes. Everybody say yes. Oh, excellent. Okay. Right. So some of the limiting beliefs, we are aware of it. I haven't been aware of most, but now I am. They're still there. I just now know that they are actually there, because so many people go through life not realizing they have those limiting beliefs. They just think that this is like who they are, right? Like, for example, rich people are greedy or bad. Like some people get ick when they see wealthy people, right? It's wasteful to live extravagant life. Like you might catch yourself saying, oh, they don't need what do they need this big house for? Right? Like we say these things, maybe we say it just to make us feel better about ourselves or something, but we do that, right? Or if you make some kind of money, like out of nowhere, you make 10K, we're not talking about business, but like in general in life, you spend it super quickly, like in a few weeks, you are where you've been, or you save it because of the scarcity of losing it. Then my favorite limiting belief, you have to work hard to make money. Sometimes I catch myself even feeling guilty for chilling, because in my brain, that means I'm telling myself I'm lazy, and I have to overcome this. I maybe started working on this like few months now, because I've catched myself thinking, like talking to myself badly, saying, like, get up, what are you doing? Right? Like, are you being lazy? You're not gonna get there, and things like that. And these things sometimes you don't even realize until you like paying attention to it. Then money are limiting source. This is employee mindset, limiting mindset. We are just limited to one stream of income, one way to make money. This is very common with the employee mindset. Yeah, half of my nap, I was thinking that I'm lazy today. You see, and that is not true. Like sometimes we need to rest, sometimes we just need to be, right? Like relax, and to we can't just go like crazy 24/7, because this is not how, if it was true, we will be a millionaire. Yeah. Just imagine if you work like all day like crazy and you're still not there where you want to be. That means it's not it. Like it must be something much deeper. Yeah, we need to relax as well. Self-care, exactly. And nap, for me, it's the best self-care there is. Like I love naps, right? Then another one, not knowing how to manage money, assuming money is not for you, because we were not taught this in schools, at home. It was even like talking about money was like crazy taboo. Like it was not a thing, right? In our household, we never spoke about money. The only way we spoke about money was we cannot afford it. That was the only thing I heard about money. I never heard, what to do with, oh, don't you dare take my credit card. Yeah. Don't take my money. That was the only thing that I heard when I was a kid. And we just assume that money is not for us because we are scared of managing. Like if you just land £1,000,000 right now, would you know how to manage it? Right? Like what would you spending like crazy because you're scared to have it? So all these little Or would you just hold on to it for dear life and not enjoy it because you worry that you're gonna lose it? So all these little things tell us about our limiting beliefs and our programming around the money. I want you to look at your picture of your current life right now. Your current life is a good description of what your subconscious money beliefs are and has been up until now. The house that you live in, the car that you drive, the way that your bank account and saving account look like, the way that you approach or feel paying bills. This is very important when you when you go for shopping, food shopping, when you pay bills, how you feel. The way that you save when you get a paycheck or maybe go crazy over spend it. That's what I do. When I get some money, I spend it on bullshit. I need everything. This isn't to blame yourself or to shame or to feel shame about your situation. The way that you are currently living, the purpose is to just to see the bird's eye perspective of the subconscious beliefs and actions around money that have brought us to the current financial state. Because I'm going to show you in a minute the frequency of shame and blame. It's right at the bottom. And from that state, you cannot manifest more money. Right, let's go next. The good news is the relationship with the wealth and money can absolutely be changed to be whatever you desire, no matter what your upbringing was. And no matter how bad you feel your current situation and relationship with money is and spending and saving, you can change it. No matter what your current job is or how negatively you might feel about money right now. Your money manifestation skill can be completely transformed with some pretty simple strategies, consistency, and patience, which we don't have. All right, there is a language that rich people know and use. And when I'm talking about like rich throughout the whole presentation, I don't just mean rich people, like just money. Rich, I mean living a rich, abundant life, like within and, abundant life. Language, I mean thoughts, feelings, and the way they speak about money, way they feel about money. So just so you know, it's not just, rich people. Okay, some people grow up speaking this language fluently. The rest of us who didn't grow up in generational wealth have to learn ourselves. We have to learn ourselves. Right, another interactive. So when I say rich people, what comes up for you? Like I think it's from jobs like hospitality, restaurants, and shops. Like when we see rich people coming in, it's just the thing that rich people, like, and you don't even realize you're doing it. Like I don't ever thought about rich people like that, but because everybody around me always had this comment, I just adapted, right? Like it's probably my belief as well. But then I start realizing these things last few years, and every time that happens anywhere, I just stay like to myself, and I'm in my head, I'm thinking, I don't feel like that, like other people are saying. Doesn't make sense. Like we have these people around us that feel ick around rich people, and I used to, and now I'm just changing it slowly because it's like the limiting beliefs that I adapted from other people around me. So take a second and feel what comes up for you. Does it make you feel defensive, or do you get the ick? Does it feel far away? Do you find yourself saying, like, I don't need to be that rich. I just want, have a little bit more to have enough to do X, Y, Z. This is all very valuable insight into a current belief system. So put in the chat what one word comes up for you when you say rich people. You can do it in a Facebook group. You can do it in the chat here. Jamie saying, I always think I'm grateful for what I have, but I'm excited for what's to come. I think good on them. Generous than freedom. Simona. Martina, good things. I'm abundant already, and I will continue to be even more. Guys are better than me.
Can I just say something because I'm
Yeah.
lazy to type? Yeah, I used to have that with rich people, exactly everything what you were saying, but I don't have it anymore because, you know, I'm also heading towards that, being a rich person. So I don't have that anymore.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I used to have that even when I saw a very expensive car, and I was like, ah, rich motherfuckers. Like
Yeah,
it's a
it's
yeah,
a
it's
poor
no
people's
shame in
mindset.
that. It's just I'm just being honest because so many people can feel that way and they don't even realize like that's their money mindset.
Yeah. You know what also helps? Like, I'm doing all this energy healing, and they always say that, money follows joy. And then when you like, they give us like exercises to go to rich areas when you see all these rich cars and the stores and with all the jewelries and everything, and just pull energy, like, like from all these things, because they, if you think about it, it resonates in different way. Like when you see a person who is dressed, nicely, when you see someone less fortunate, it's such a different frequency.
Yeah.
So yeah, tune into the rich one.
Okay, so Roland saying money is just a tool. It depends on the people how they use it. That's very true because we're gonna talk about it in a little bit. Money is neutral energy. It will not make you bad. It will only amplify who you are. So I just manifest that kind of living. It's about who is in the car with you and where you're going. This is unfortunately, yeah. Right. So now when I make it a thing, now when I see expensive cars, I'm, oh my God, this is nice one. Do I want this one or do I want it in the white or in the black? So now I'm making it a game instead of be like, oh, fucking hell. I don't have that. Now instead, I'm just trying to make it fun and like as if I'm shopping, right? Sometimes I do that in a very like big garden centers when you have these massive seatings for the gardens and this, and I just go there and I pretend I'm shopping. Okay, moving on. We all want to be rich. A desire to be rich is totally normal and not a bad thing. Rich is an energy or an aura that should represent your wealthiest, most joy filled, abundant, and purpose driven life. And that's how we are meant to live. So there's nothing wrong about being like wanting to be rich because it's a natural, like human desire. All right. I think you know this one. One dad had the habit of saying, I cannot afford it. The other dad forbade those words to be used. He insisted I ask, how can I afford it? One is a statement, the other one is a question. One lets you off the hook. Closed statement is a closed sentence. That's it. I cannot afford it. I'm not even going to entertain it. Like I don't want to deal with it. And the other one forces you to think. If you asking the right questions, you will always get the answer, right? Like, how can I afford this? How can I make this work? How can I do this and that? If you just say I can't, that's it. Your mind is not gonna try to. Why this thing is still there? Sorry. Your mind is not gonna try to solve the problem. And that's from the Rich Dad Poor Dad book from Robert Kiyosaki. Okay. Right. Why the language matters. So, and the language being how we speak about money, how we feel about money, our thoughts, plus when we put a very strong emotions to it, create our reality. The cycle of how you think and feel becomes your state of being. You always think that it's your like personality. Think a thought that creates chemical reaction. Brain releases chemical messengers. Those messengers tell your body to feel the exact way you're thinking. Example, fear. Heads up, who know what fears feel like. Like when I'm really scared, all my blood goes to my legs. I'm ready to fight or run, like one or the other, depends on situation. But I can't speak, I can't see, I just run. Thinking a fearful thought, feeling scared, it's a chemical reaction in your body. Feeling scared create more scary thoughts and that creates continuous loop. Same with the money. If you feel scared, scarcity, lack when paying bills or investing money, that creates this more of the same lack and scarcity and continuous loop. And it's gonna loop and loop until, I don't know, we die. Sorry, didn't have an ending for that. So if the cycle of how you think and feel becomes your state of being, then we are literally living in the past. Think about it. If we just loop in the same state of being, same thoughts which you have yesterday, you living in the past. Every day when you wake up and go for familiar routine of confirming who you are starting your day in the past. You are calling an old established networks in your brain. You cannot create a different new reality, new future, if we relive our past every single day. Like this thing, for me, when I heard it first time, this is from the book Become Supernatural, Dr. Joe Dispenza. It's a hard book. Like I tried to read it, but it's a bit difficult for me. But it is like some of the things mind-blowing. We literally, if you just continue every single day the same, you don't introduce new thoughts, you don't introduce new habits, just relive in the past, you cannot create new reality and in different future. So staying in a comfort zone, that's how we don't create a different future. Staying in a comfort zone, choosing to think the same thoughts and feeling the same emotion when it comes to money cannot create a new reality. A little bit of sciencey. This is a difficult one. But anyway, everything is energy. We know that. If you are attraction of energy, money is energy too. So our biofield can actually be measured. Our bodies are always emitting energy as everything else, including money. And this thing is down again. Including, sorry guys, I have to move everyone. Including money. We think a thought, we create electrical charge thoughts. And those thoughts create a chemical reaction that causes a feeling or emotion, a magnetic charge. It depends on your feeling, your emotions around money, that's what you emitting out there. These together create electromagnetic field. I'm saying this difficult slide. So you see that it's not just the woo-woo, you know, like someone just came up with this. This is actual science. And that's our frequency, or you can call it vibe. That will only attract things to you in the same frequency. So if you are thinking about what's going wrong and you're thinking about, I don't know, I don't have money for this, or I can't afford it, this is just what, and you add emotion, feeling to it, this is what you're admitting out there, and this is what you're going to attract. This is why it's so important to get clear on what you want. Be aware of your thoughts and feelings, and always be practicing high frequency emotions. Right, this is a little graph on frequency, different frequencies. I mentioned shame and guilt when it comes to your financial situation or money situation. Look how low it is. It's down. It's completely down. Like you cannot go lower. Fun fact: society and people live under 200 frequency. So you can see it's all these fear, anger, pride, desire frequencies. So it's not very good. So it's, you know, we're doing great because we are a little bit higher. We are trying to be as high as possible. Yeah, I'm going to have another graph where I'm going to explain manifesting from different positions. Now, turning negative emotions, energy into positive. Oh, these words. The law of perpetual transportation of energy states that everything, including us, is in constant state of flux and change, even if we cannot see it. Everything is energy, and energy is always in motion. You can think of Newton's third law. Here, energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be changed, right? You cannot destroy or push away energy. The practical application of this law is that you have feelings of anxiety, nervousness, as I have every time I go live, or fear, if we just try to force those feelings away, they will not go away. So what you have to do, as energy cannot be destroyed, you have to transmute that energy into something that's more helpful, like excitement. Now, when I'm feeling already nervous, I just start to think, okay, I'm not nervous, I'm excited, right? Like I can't wait to do this, let's go. And it feels very similar. The same thing with anger. It needs to go somewhere. We know that anger is not always the most helpful emotion if we just stay stuck in it. And also, storing an anger and sadness and those negative emotions in your body can have a very negative impact. So, for example, if you're mad that for example, I'm so mad that I got this parking ticket because I don't have the money. Strong emotion. You can also use that and transmute that energy into motivation to make more money in the first place, or go for a run, or have a workout, or something like that. Okay, you do not have to have money to attract money, but you cannot feel poor and attract money. If you want to read it again, because it's very, very true. The key is you have to find ways of improving the way you feel from right where you stand before things can begin to change. You cannot wait. It's like you wait, and when I have money, then I feel good about myself. This is not gonna work. You need to start feeling good now, and money will come. By softening your attention to the things that are going wrong, and by beginning to tell stories, then lean more in the direction of what you want instead of in the direction of what you have got right now, your vibration will shift. Your point of attraction will shift, and you will get different results. It's a quote from Esther Hicks. They have a brilliant books, right? Getting clear on what you want or what we want. So defining our rich life. Everyone's definition of rich life is different and very unique. Some people like big trips and bougie, like yacht and bags and all this. That's fine. Some people want a house somewhere far away with a big land, have the donkeys and talk to them all day. That's somebody's mind, rich life, and and everyone is unique. But every rich person has a very clear picture of what their version of wealth looks like. If you don't know what you want, it's very hard to work towards it, isn't it? And they don't really care what other people think about it. So becoming rich, the ability to live your most fulfilled, joyous life, and highest expression of who your soul came here to be. When you align with the most authentic version of yourself, you will feel a sense of ease with making money. And that's because, like, trying to fit yourself into someone else's version of wealth and success is the quickest route to struggle and feeling of stuck. With like with social media, it's sometimes a little bit difficult to know what we actually want and who we are, because we see all these other people having this, oh, maybe I want this, oh, maybe I want this. So it's very loud. Social media is very loud, and sometimes we think what we should post, what we should want, what we should be, and it can be really overwhelming. So you need to take time to figure out who you are and what you actually really desire in your life. Money is, if money was no object, was unlimited, how would you spend your days? This question is the best to answer when you're by yourself. For me, it's always mornings. That's when I'm like fresh, and just try to like journal about it. What would you do if money was no object? And try to figure out what your version of wealth is. Another great way to nail down what your definition of rich life is to figure out what are your deep core values. It can be mental, physical health, purposeful work, like doing something purposeful, future planning, your retirement, giving back, children, family, building legacy, luxury goods, travel, like owning real estates, time freedom, taking care of the family, or paying off your debt. Like there is so many values that you can have. Like this is a great way to find out your definition of rich life. If you haven't yet, create a vision board that includes your monetary goals, physical manifestations that you want to attract, photos to evoke those feelings that having all those things will give you. Make this vision board and put it everywhere, on your laptop, on your phone, print it out, put it everywhere. I have one here, one on my massive mirror upstairs when I'm doing my hair. One is right next to me when I wake up on a wall. Like I have it everywhere. And like look at it at least 2 or 3 days, two or three times per day, 2 or 3 days. Right. Another worksheet, you can scan it as well. To define your rich life worksheet, few questions. When you think about your values, think also about the feelings you want to feel when you live in your rich life. I'm gonna wait a second because I see that people are scanning. Is it working, guys, by the way? Yeah, cool. I didn't even know it's so easy to create on Canva when you have worksheets there or anything, or posts or pictures. Pretty cool. Right, moving on. Becoming a vibrational match. So as we know, thoughts and feelings together create vibration. Now, when you are clear of what your rich life look like, how you want to feel when you have that rich life, it's important that version of you to remember that version of you, that reality you working to achieve already exists. It's already all within you. And where most of us are blocking these manifestations is we put these things on pedestal. We put people on pedestal, we put monetary goals on pedestal, and that creates that separateness from us. Like it's far away from us, like it's you can't reach it because we put it so high on this pedestal. We do that with all these people that are smashing those 100K months. Yeah, with an magic, we do that. I do that. And it's sometimes we just forget to, they are just like us. They're just normal people like us. Like when you, like I know Dory is not scared of talking to other like legends in with the magic. She just goes and talks to them. But for me, I would choke. Hello, am I froze? I would choke before I would go and speak to Balash, right? Like, like, that's because we put these people on pedestal. We put the monetary goals on pedestal, and that makes it feel like it's far away. It's hard to reach. When in reality, it's all already part of us. Anything you put on pedestal, those monetary goals, the 10K months, that will create resistance because you feel like it's far away, it's outside of you, it's out of reach. This is why when you actually do hit 10K, that once felt like a huge income goal, like impossible income goal, it actually won't feel that big of a thing. Like it won't feel big of a deal because it will feel natural and normal for you. Like it's going to be your reality. You're going to be like, of course I hit 10K. That's just who I am. That's just my norm, right? And we're going to feel like that. Like, I don't want to like brag here, but when I hit the 5K, I thought I'm going to be like, oh my God, how did it felt normal, right? It didn't feel what I thought is going to feel, oh my God, like, it felt normal. It was just like my reality, like, of course, like, I'm fucking awesome. Of course I hit 5K, right? And that's because it's not about the money, even though the whole presentation is about money. Your ability to attract and manifest your richest life, it's going to come from your being and not doing. Being is always going to be more than doing. You need to become who you like, that version of yourself that making those 5K months, 10K months, 100K months. You attract what you already are. So focus on who you need to become at a vibrational level in order to attract more cash. Okay, step 1. Think about the external things you want to manifest and the feelings they will elicit by having them. Relationship, you're going to feel love, nice house, security, accomplishment. You're going to be proud of yourself. 100K of Instagram followers. You feel like you have expertise. You feel like you're the shit, right? So recognize that all of these feelings exist within you right now. You already know how to feel like that. So start to feel them now. Step 2, think of your higher self version of you and how she or he feels on daily basis. Remember, this is a frequency that already exists and you can tap into that anytime. Step 3, think, feel, act how this version of you would. What time she or he is waking up? How is she or they treating her business, her relationship, her body, her health? What thoughts is she, I'm just gonna stick with she. What thoughts is she having? Because I'm digging a hole here. What thoughts is she having? What emotions is she having on daily basis? Only once you start showing up and becoming that version of yourself, will your external circumstances start to change and reflect back to you. Manifestation truly is an inside job. Step 4, when you start embodying and being this higher self, this higher version of you, you might be shocked at the opportunities that arise, the ideas that you have, or even the dreams that just come to you, like the creativity. You got these ideas of how to do these things and what to create, the post, everything. Like when I'm feeling the highest, these things just come to me, like the things just come to me. What should I do? What should I write? What should, like it's very strange feeling, and it's just a thought, like it's just coming to you. The universe will start to send you messages about what actions to take to reach this frequency. Step 5, give yourself permission to be your higher self right now. No one else is going to give this to you. All right, another worksheet. I'm a queen of worksheets. Right, you can scan it again. I'm gonna drink some water. What time is it? 53. I have a few more things to go through. Okay, got it? See, Dory, got it? Yeah, okay. So we always say you need to protect your energy, you need to protect your vibe. So what protecting your energy can look like? Going to bed early and waking up early. The sleep, I think, is one of the most important things to feel next day on a high vibe. Eating healthy. I know, because I've done all the opposites of how to feel good. I've done them. So I know exactly when it feels like, what's the difference? Even when you eat good food, healthy food, and then if you eat just shit and junk food, it's such a big difference. Exercising, like day and night difference. If I exercise in the morning, the whole day is completely different than if I don't. Avoiding toxic habits like drugs, alcohol, and smoking. Who know me, they know I love wine. If I have wine next day, I know my vibe is going to be low. I know it. So that's why I'm just staying away from it as much as I can, because the difference is huge. Avoiding overly scary movies. That sometimes, like, I watched some crazy movie and someone told me, don't watch this. Of course you're gonna feel shit about it. Avoiding toxic people and relationship, that goes without saying. All right, this is another graph. This is from the book Power versus Force, the hidden determinants of human behavior, David R. Hawkins. And here you can see again the frequency and what is the emotion behind the frequency, and how how we view life from that level of frequency. And the bottom half is force, like you have to force manifestations, and that means you cannot manifest, because if you force it, it's not gonna happen. Where from the top half, it's just manifest with the power, like it's effortless. So this is very actually interesting. Like when you feel all these fears and guilt and shame and anger, how low we are vibrationally. It's very interesting. I was reading this. I don't know what means benning. Is that the typo or is it benning? This word? Anyone know? I don't.
Benign.
Okay. And what it means?
Um, trying to think what it means. Trying to think how to explain it. It's like let me look.
I should have Googled it really when I was doing this presentation. But yeah, it must be good. Write it in the chat, Simon,
Yeah.
when you find it. Okay. The key to true abundance is actually enjoying your life and feeling peace, purpose, and love for what you do, which in turn makes you more efficient and get what you want. In this example, it's money without having to force or hustle. Like if we go from these emotions here, we force it. We just force it, we just hustle, we think we have to work more hours, where is not how it works. Okay, get the baseline every single day. Check how you feel, even multiple times of a day. How you feel today, emotionally and vibrationally. What habits and actions got you there? If it's good or bad. Like example, as I said, did you drink too much wine yesterday and today you feel a little bit depressed, or did you go out for run or favorite dance class this morning and now you're happy and high vibe, enthusiastic? So there are two very different vibrations that will affect your ability to manifest. So you can check with yourself, like during the day or in the morning or in the evening, what have I done and how did I feel all day? Like, what was my vibe? What can I change tomorrow to not feel low vibrationally? You know, like you can, if you're aware of it, that's how the change starts. Prioritize feeling good, raising your vibration every single day, if not every single hour. I'm not saying that we have to feel always high, like obviously we're gonna feel low as well. It's just we can influence it with the habits, with like how we, if we just let it happen and just go with the flow, we're probably gonna feel more low than high, if that makes sense. And also our energy can be felt through internet. As we use social media for our businesses, our energy can be felt through the internet. Your audience can literally pick up on your state of consciousness when you are creating, posting, or talking to people. When you are talking to people, oh yeah, when you're following up and so on and so on. Try posting from one of these higher consciousness states, like let's say you have a blast on vacation, or you just went for a run, you feel amazing, you just danced to your favorite song, and try to post from that state, or try to talk to people from that state, versus try to just post or follow up just because you were told you have to, even though you just had a fight or you just feel shit about something. If you like talking to people or posting from those emotion on the lower end, and you will see the difference and how it performs. That's why some people say when they do follow up, they put music on, they like they do a little dance, they cheer themselves up to raise their vibration, and then they go and talk to people. How to prioritize feeling good. This doesn't have to be difficult, and it's pretty simple. You don't have to have 5 hours morning routine to make yourself feel good. It can be simple 20 minutes run. I'm just telling my examples. Just have a good sleep, have a 20 minutes run in the morning, and your vibe is already somewhere else than if you just wake up tired, you went bed 2 o'clock in the morning. The vibe is completely different. So what makes you feel fucking amazing? Dancing, yoga, nature, gratitude, sex, walking, sunshine. Like prioritize feeling good. As I said, raise your vibration every single day. And also, as we said, money is neutral energy. Money is a neutral energy used for exchange of services we value. Money is a tool. You are the energy that decides whether money is good or bad. As we said before, like it only amplifies who we are. You are the energy that decides how to use that tool. So how do you interact with money? How do you feel when you get paycheck or commission? How do you feel about taxes? Some people I'm hearing very negative. I'm not gonna work more because I don't want to pay more taxes. That's horrible money mindset. But how do you feel when you spend money? Are you feeling guilty after you spend money or something that you didn't really need? You just wanted to, you know, buy something. Are you feeling guilty after that? How do you perceive wealthy people? We already said that. If there is resentment and jealousy, change that to admiration and possibilities. Like you can see what's possible and you can do that too. And there is another worksheet. You don't have to scan them all. You can just go through this later. About money is a neutral energy. And now let's just, can I go, guys, or should I finish? It's just a few more now. Oh no, it's not actually few. 5, 6. About fear. Do you want to hear about that, or we leave it for part 2? Hello?
Oh, carry on.
Carry on? Yeah, okay.
Carry on.
Fear around money won't make you richer. Think back to that scale of consciousness chart of the frequencies. Fear was on very low end. Have you noticed that rich people never seem to be really fearful of money running out? They seem to have this healthy relationship with not only making large sums of money, but also spending it without making them feel like a big deal. They also don't seem to fear failure because they know that failing at something doesn't mean that it's over for them or that it's time to go back to a 9-to-5 job. It doesn't exist in their language. Those things, even they are not even an option for them because it doesn't align with their higher self. Failing simply just means that you figure out another way and you can keep working towards the right thing. The only way you truly fail at something is to give up, and you are the only one who is in complete control of it. Most people who struggle to make the money they desire also doubt their skills and abilities when it comes to starting or building their own businesses online. We fear that single failure will result in disastrous, life-altering outcomes when this is not a case. We often overestimate how much of an impact it will have on our life if it just doesn't work out. Like we think it's end of the world, it's end of us, end of everything. Rich people accept the risk of failure and understand that it's actually not the end of the world. They say to themselves, if I lose it all, if I fail, I'll just build it up again. Fear is a paralyzing emotion, and that's literally like if you know that if someone gets scared, they can literally get paralyzed, and that's how it keeps us stuck, even with the money, even with the energy. The same thing goes with spending money and making big purchases. The rich mentality removes the emotion and the life or death feelings when they invest in, or like fear of big purchases, because they realize and believe that money is unlimited resource and will always return even if they spend it. What rich people know, even a wrong or bad decision will create a positive outcome, which is a lesson. And by continuing to waste time in a fear of choosing the wrong thing or doing the wrong thing, you're only hurting your own ability to become a powerful money manifestor and changing your life. Because the rich know that money is unlimited resource, they aren't fearful of taking calculated risk, like, for example, starting a business or investing their money or spending on something that other people might view as risky. Starting a business is scary, but you do it anyway because the end result of success, purpose, the money is just stronger than the fear you feel at the beginning. The vision the return on investment is stronger than fear. So remember, it will be so much harder to manifest from the place of fear. As we said already, fear is one of the lowest vibrations. And don't judge it. There will always be times when we feel fear around the money, around anything. It's important not to judge it, but to be aware of it and not let it control you. If you know me longer, you know how scared I was. First year in my business, I did not come to team call. That's how scared I was to come on a call. Not even live. It just was a team call with few people on it. I did not go for first year. That's how scared I was. But I knew I have to push through. I knew I have to, this is what I have to do to grow. It's important not to judge the fear, but to be aware of it and not let, oh, that's already. Fear is great indicator that we are stepping out of the comfort zone and therefore growing. So it's best way to deal with fear. It's feeling gratitude and just do that thing anyway. Move through the fear around making, saving, and spending money. Practice taking small, calculated risks with money. Ask yourself, what is the worst thing that can happen? Practice gratitude. Fear and gratitude, they cannot exist at the same time. When you feel fear around spending money, that same time you cannot feel gratitude. So practice gratitude. And stop, like when you're having these thoughts, oh my God, what if I lose it? Or what if, money runs out? What if this? Money is unlimited resource and be great. You need to practice gratitude on those moments. Reprogram the subconscious mind through AFT tapping. I started doing this. I'm not going to go into this now because we're well past 9 o'clock. I might do a little call on that as well. I love it. It's just tapping on the energetic points on the body and you move in energy while you talking your limiting beliefs out. So you're moving it out. It's not stuck anymore. And it's pretty good. You can find some videos on YouTube. And let's finish with a little picture, fixed versus growth mindset. So fixed mindset. People with fixed mindset avoid challenges. They shy away from things that don't know. They just, oh, I have no experience in this. I have never done it. I'm not gonna do it. They are unable to handle criticism or feedback. They think intelligence and talent is static and does not develop after birth. Like they think that this is their knowledge, this is their intelligence, they cannot improve. They do not carry out any action without seeking approval. They are focused on proving themselves. They're threatened by success of others. The effort is not moth. Oh my God, big one. Effort is not regarded fruitful. Understanding failure as the limit of ability, and they give up easily. Sorry guys, I have massive this moth. What do you call it? I'm back. Oh God, what a day. Yeah. Growth mindset. People with growth mindset focus. View challenges as opportunities to grow. They acknowledge and embrace weaknesses. They learn to give and receive constructive criticism. They believe intelligence and talent is dynamic and ever improving. They prioritize learning over seeking approval. They focus on the process instead of the end result, which I think is pretty interesting, this one. They are inspired by success of others. They think of learning as a brain training. They understand failure as an opportunity to grow. They persist in the face of setbacks. Okay, guys, that's end of part 1. It was a long one. I thought I'm gonna make it in 1 hour. Okay. I hope you enjoyed, guys. Stop sharing.
Thank you so much, Adriana.
Yep.
I tried to make it more interactive, but then I just ended up talking at you. So sorry.
No,
Yeah,
that's good. Thank you.
Any questions, guys? There is gonna be part 2
you,
because there is
Adriana.
still more from the training I've done.
Thank you for the call and for the worksheets.
Oh, no worries. No worries.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
use
thanks,
them.
Adriana.
But don't forget to use them, guys, because
Yeah.
just taking in information and not actually like implementing and doing the work, it will not have the effect. I'm gonna actually do some of these sheets tomorrow morning because I haven't done all of them.
I agree with what you're saying.
All right, guys. Okay, guys, thank you very much. It was
Thank you.
interesting.
Thank
Yes,
you.
Simona?
Thank you.
I ask a question?
Thank
See you
you.
later.
Do you do these worksheets when you do them in your own language or you do them in English?
English.
Have you ever tried in your own language?
No, because I think in English.
That your subconscious mind from childhood thinks in that language.
But I was thinking about that. But I speak English for 18 years now, so it's almost half of my life. So
I just heard somebody said that it's important that we work on our limiting beliefs and all these things and affirmations. If we are grown up in a different country and we are raised in a different language, it's worth to try your own language.
okay, I might try it. But the thing is that I don't even know the vocabulary of that in my language of this work, right? I don't know what's abundance in my language, right? I have to think very hard to figure out how is it all in Slovakian, because I all the work I've done was in English, so all the words I know it's English. It would be very weird for me to do it in English, in Slovakian.
You're good. Just do it in English. It's okay. I do the same.
But it's intriguing. I might try it, but I don't think yeah, it's gonna be difficult for me. But yeah, challenge accepted. Growth mindset, right? All right, guys.
Guys,
Anyone
good
else
night.
wanna add anything?
Thank you.
No? All right. Thank you very much, guys. That was a lovely beginning of the call, but we made it. All right. See you.
Thank you.
Monday.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.